Hello everyone, welcome to Mercury in the 12th house of your chart. Video is good for you if Mercury is placed 12 houses away from your Ascendant, or indeed from your moon sign. It's also good for a Western chart. Make sure you have sign for a house system. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below, and let's begin. Firstly, what is the 12th house in your chart, everyone? The 12th house is the furthest away from the Ascendant. It represents everything which is furthest away from you. Foreign lands, foreign cultures, foreign people, foreign places, everything which is mysterious and unknown to you. It's the 9th house from the 4th house of home, so it actually represents foreign settlement. It's also the house of our subconscious mind. All the anxieties, phobias, and deep hidden factors which cause us mental distress are also shown by this house. It's a house of isolation, retreat, therefore definitely represents monasteries, ashrams, everywhere where we go for deep spiritual contemplation, but also large institutions such as hospitals, prisons, schools, etc. It's little understood, but the 12th house has a lot to do with finding our marriage partner because, of course, it represents the bed itself and deep intimacy. But also the 12th house represents our final resting place and our condition after leaving our body in death. The 12th house represents emancipation from all material concerns and final liberation. And who is Mercury? Mercury, known as Buddha in the Vedic system, was the son of Tara, but she was a wife of Jupiter. She had an affair with Chandra the moon and produced Mercury, but actually it was even described as a rape. So in this way, coming about outside of marriage, Mercury had to use all of his charm and beauty to get into the good books of his stepfather Jupiter. But Jupiter was kind to Mercury and gave him the most incredible knowledge of how to actually make things work in this material realm. Particularly, he gave him rulership over the earth element, including plants and nature. Mercury rules adaptability, travel, business, money dealings, the rational mind, intelligence, learning, dexterity, and memory itself. Mercury has supreme organization skills. He rules language and all communication, both written and spoken. He is a karaka for friends in our chart and also for the sister. How will Mercury do for you then in the 12th house? Well, first of all, Mercury is not exactly at home in this nebulous, watery, spiritual house. It's a natural house of Pisces in the zodiac where he is debilitated. So Mercury needs to be a little bit strengthened if he is here, and certainly though there are some definite benefits. First of all, though, check the sign of Mercury in your chart. Check below to Mercury karmas all signs. This will be very important for your past karmas. And also, if he should be retrograde, check also the video below for retrograde planets, including Mercury. The most fundamental factor about Mercury, as I've just explained, is that he represents thinking and the logical mind. Now, when he's gone into the 12th house, that thinking doesn't happen in a straightforward A to B to C method. In fact, it's your logical thinking that can get you unstuck. But what you do have here is a powerful intuition. Now, this deep inner voice is a definite factor which you must learn to trust over time. To begin with, you may be tempted to ignore what your inner voice is telling you, but this is what Mercury gives you as his greatest gift in this house. So as you mature, you will be able to listen to this deep inner knowing more and more. Mercury is, of course, the business planet, money-making activities, trade, etc., communication in relation to this. And he's in the house of foreign land. It goes without saying that you may travel in connection to your business if you are a business person, or you may definitely have success on foreign shores or in connection with foreign lands, even through the internet. Sometimes even without traveling, Mercury 12th house gives you a great interest in foreign philosophies, cultures, etc., even spiritual systems. But to actually go into these foreign lands permanently, the 4th house lord must actually have some aspect or connection to this Mercury. The way you learn is also impacted by Mercury 12th house. This will affect school life and also later education. You don't absorb well in a large group situation, lecture hall, whatever. You only truly grasp things when you go off on your own into private, even solitude, and really contemplate things. Then all the dots join together. This becomes especially true of very dry and formulated subjects like mathematics and science. You definitely need to have private study, time alone, to absorb these subjects. You have more talent in them than you could ever imagine, but it doesn't often show itself in the formal setting. For some people, formal education can also be hindered by speech and language problems indicated by Mercury in this house. Mercury definitely drives you towards occult and spiritual subjects here, especially astrology, in which you can be specifically talented. Specifically, you grasp the deep spiritual aspects of astrology, and this can be helpful. You will definitely have talent, though, with the written word, because writers need to be alone in somewhat isolation to create or to produce their work. Mercury here will be very, very useful to you and give you enormous talent in any form of writing and creation whatsoever. If Mercury is ill-placed by sign, aspected by malefics, particularly Rahu, Ketu, and especially Mars, insomnia and difficulty having a good night's sleep will often be seen. Now, the seventh aspect of Mercury is onto the sixth house of competition, conflict, litigation, etc. All the competitors who you face daily. How do you get these competitors? Through your speech, either what you are saying or what you are not saying, what you are hiding, and what you write as well. So what's your communication? You can be frequently misunderstood and get yourselves into all sorts of hot water. Your health can be afflicted also by mental health worries and concerns by Mercury's aspect here, like phobias, fears, and anxieties can be there, all coming from your deep subconscious mind. You may have skin problems also and a high level of stress. Conversely, for some of you, Mercury's aspect to the sixth house from the 12th will make you an excellent psychotherapist, counselor, psychologist, etc. because of your deep intuition and understanding of other people's concerns and other people's problems. Now, when Mercury connects to your 10th house of career aspecting 6th house, you may be involved in some form of collective organization, union work, mitigation, legal aspects, all of these things in which you can have talent. And finally, Mercury represents nature, all forms of natural landscape, plants, trees, etc. And he's aspecting the 6th house of animals, particularly pets. You get a great deal of happiness and comfort being with small creatures or larger creatures even, but all non-human beings. And actually, Mercury represents that your health can be improved tremendously and your stress brought down when you absorb yourself in nature. See your karmas with Mercury in all signs up on your screen right now. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Goodbye for now and God bless everyone.